Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Hey now, welcome in to another rip-roaring edition of Devils After Dark here on the Let's Go Devils podcast network. I'm Scotty, as Sam Wu likes to say, from SiriusXM Liquid Metal, and coming to you from the Beverly Hills non-estate, the old one-bedroom apartment that is. I'm not gonna turn the camera around. Just not gonna do that. Not gonna embarrass myself that way. But yeah, we're talking some Devils hockey today. I know Sam Wu is a little tied up with the old work. We're gonna be joined by Shorts Guy a little later. He was at the game to give us his perspective on this Devils victory. So hello to everyone on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere else that you might be listening right now, or perhaps you've downloaded from one of the many podcast locations where this goes up. Thank you. We appreciate all the support. Don't forget to join our crew. You can see the QR code in the upper corner of your screen, or if you're not watching and just listening, join our crew.com. So let's talk about it. Game number 57 on the season at home against the struggling Montreal Canadiens. The Habs are in town. And, my little pregame thing that I have here, there was just the word need to came up quite often. Need to get points. Need to play defense. Need to win in back-to-backs. Need to make some power play production happen. Need Timo time. Need to rest Dawes. Come on, he looks like he needs it right now. Need to play defense. Did I say that one already? Need to say it twice. Need to forget about the Rangers game, which was a huge, huge disappointing loss. Colin Miller is back in. So was that towering shot of his. Brendan Smith moved up to the fourth line wing because if you haven't heard, Nathan Bastian is on the IR now. So that means Chris Tierney is back in the lineup as well. Lines were all shuffled around. I wonder if you got any interesting line combinations. I know I was thinking of a few during the game. But it's an afternoon game, which means a lot of kids in the stands. So see if they can follow through on some of that Jonas Brothers love from the Stadium Series and create some new fans. And actually, we got to give a shout to one of our young fans. And I know Sam Wu had sent me this picture of Justin and Jake. And Jake is a young lad over here who was taking some pictures at American Whiskey with Sam Wu's football helmet and crown on. So pretty awesome over there. Thank you, Jake, for coming by and becoming a young Devils fan, and Justin, dad as well. Big props to you bringing the kids out to the game. So let's get into it. First period, Devils and the Canadiens. And hey, Luke, I love you, kid, but please, you are not at Michigan anymore. Stop trying to skate the puck through traffic in front of the net. When you're trying to move it out of the, chip it up. How many times have we seen Luke Hughes call the puck up in danger zones, and he literally tried to skate right in between, And looks like we got some more kids now joining the crew over here.
What up, Scotty?
Hey, what's up there, Short Sky? How's everyone going over there?
Good, good. I got my two nieces here. This is, in my arms is my niece Leah, her first ever game. My other niece Brielle, her second game, so they saw a good Devils victory today. And both of them have to get Timo Meier jerseys because their first goals live were scored by Timo Meier.
There you go. Very nice. Well,
Absolutely.
Welcome to the fan club, kids. How's Uncle Shorts treating you?
They're having a good time. They're so happy to be here. How could you not want to be here at American Whiskey for a Devils victory?
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Very cool. We got some young fans in the house over here. Shorts Guy playing the role of the good uncle. Not crazy drunk uncle.
Well, it could be the drunkle too.
The drunkle as well. Well, that looks great over there. I love that the kids are enjoying the game as they always do on these afternoon, matchups.
Oh, absolutely. It was, you know what? And today's game, it's an afternoon. It's so weird to say it's an afternoon game because we've had so few of them this season. But it's so much fun to have these afternoon games because you still have your whole day or you still have your whole night. But all the kids, like my niece Leah here in my arms, she's here because it's a good day for an afternoon. The afternoon games are better for her and for kids that are here. So it's just a ton of fun.
Absolutely. Love to see him in the stands. I know I did the same thing when I was much younger as well with those early afternoon games, taking advantage of them, especially on the weekends. So love to see all of the next generation of Devils fans being out there. So big horns up to you. Shorts Guy's nieces there making their debuts on Devils After Dark. So we will talk more with them in a little bit. Let's get back in here to the wrap of the game. And as I was talking about, Luke Hughes, first period. Let me try and skate the puck up right in front of the goalie through traffic. Like I said, Luke, love you, buddy. You're not at Michigan anymore. Please stop doing those unnecessary, dangerous moves like that. I know you got the skills. But so do a lot of other NHL players. Just remember that, okay? Jack Hughes got a good opportunity. One of the switch-ups of the lines that didn't last the entire game was putting Jesper Bratt, the J&J connection, Jack Hughes and Jesper Bratt back together. And it almost paid dividends early on. Jesper Bratt had a nice leading, it's almost like an old quarterback going out there and throwing the pass, leading them down, the old Al Bundy, throwing the pass down and leading the receiver down the field. And that's what Jesper Bratt did with this kind of a chip of a saucer pass to Jack Hughes. And as soon as the puck landed on the ice, bam, Jack was ready to just whack at it. But Jake Allen actually came up with a really good save right there. And kudos to Bryce Salvador for pointing this out, even though we all know it, because we've been talking all season about the young rookie defensemen and the mistakes they've made. Both Luke and Nemec are averaging over 20 minutes a game, okay? And Luke is, 57 games played? I think he's played in every game this year. Maybe he missed one, 56, and now Nemec is in 36. So you got two kids that just turned 20, averaging over 20 minutes a night. That's where some of those mistakes can happen. So it's something that we've been living with this season as Devils fans, but it's a good stat, a good little note there from former defenseman and captain of the team, Bryce Salvador. Now, I don't remember who it was on the Canadiens, but someone off the faceoff took a couple shots at Jack Hughes in the first period. It was like 2 or 3 shots. Boom, boom, boom. And I don't get it. Like, it just feels like Jack is just left to fend for himself there. I'm just thinking about even last night I saw, or was it 2 nights ago, I saw a little bit of the Blackhawks game. If anybody goes near Connor Bedard, I don't care who you are on that team, there is someone there in the opposition's face. I know it was against the Blackhawks that the Devils started standing up for each other more frequently, but I would just love to see that sort of support for some of these guys out there on the ice. Why is Jack getting, knocked 3 times and then nobody going over there to do anything right off of a face-off? It's just, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But boys, protect yourselves out there. All right? You got to stick up for your teammates. So do it. Take a cue from the old Blackhawks, the Chicago Blackhawks of Chicago, where our good friend Vinny Parisi is. Is the host of Game Day Live. Nico Dawes came up with a nice save around 90 seconds left in the period. Had another really good kick save as well with about 10 seconds ago. He made about 5 or 6 in the last 3 minutes as the Habs were making a push at the end of the first. Nothing. Headed into the second period, and that is when the scoring gets going for the Montreal Canadiens. Brendan Gallagher gets his 9th goal of the season. The Habs kind of pinned the Devils in the zone there, doing a lot of cycling, and eventually Gallagher was able to find himself in a lane, kind of the side slot, maybe it was to the right a little bit in that slot position. And he's got the big one-time blast there, and it was just a good shot, wicked shot, boom, right over the shoulder of Nico Dawes. I don't know if you really want to fault Nico on this one. There's another one, though, that I think Nico would like to have back, but this was a wicked shot from Gallagher after a really good cycling shift by the Montreal Canadiens to get them on the board at 3:06 of the second period. And yes, for the 41st, I said that right, the 41st time in 57 games, the Devils have allowed the first goal against. But something else that the Devils have been good at all this year is retaliating, answering back. And that is what they did with someone who has been missing for quite some time. Been seeing a lot of reports out there, a lot of articles, a lot of Captain Hindsight 2020 vision over here about the old Timo Meier trade from last year. And you can have your opinions on it, and that's quite all right. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of discussion about it over the course of the next couple months. Timo, obviously, does not look comfortable this year. Hasn't really found that spot. Injured twice. May still not be fully healthy. Who knows? But he had a really good game today. And this one was a hard-working goal from that third line. Oh, yes, it was Timo time. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me goals for Timo Meier. Ooh, yeah. Getting his 11th of the year even strength goal. And got to give a shout to one Kevin Ball, who had, this might be one of his best games of the season. Hockey sense-wise, both offensively and defensively. He made a couple of really good plays, and this was one of them. Tyler Toffoli, holy Toffoli, who had 2 assists on the day, feeds Kevin Ball from behind the net. And then Ball, he's a big boy. You see him winding up for that shot, you're going to get a little, oh boy, here it comes. But Kevin Ball, instead of putting the big blast on net, does one of those, fake shot pass over to the side on the diagonal. And who was there uncovered by the side of the net? One Timo Meier. And how did he get uncovered? He peeled away from his defenders. 2 of them, actually. He was able to just keep working until he was able to kind of spin off, peel away, and then all of a sudden, he's uncovered right at the side of the net. Kevin Ball sees that at the last second, so you know what that means. Game is starting to slow down for him, which is a really, really good sign. We need that to start happening a lot more often with these young defensemen. But Ball does the fake shot, pass over, and it's just out of the reach of Jake Allen, who's trying to kick that leg out to get it, and Timo Meier's right there, boink, for the easy little backhand tap in. Timo gets his 11th of the year. But big shout to Kevin Ball on that one. And oh boy, did the Devils need that, because they haven't been scoring a lot of goals lately. Some of these superstars have been MIA this year. Timo, one of them, and someone else who's going to score a goal later in this game, Andre Palat. We really need these guys to come through, especially looking at the size of those salaries. We need more production from them. So, yes, the crowd is now back into it. After the shell shock of the Rangers game, the first period being kind of blah, and then the Canadiens scoring first in the second, the Devils answer back at 5:23, just over 2 minutes later, with that even strength goal. Meyer, his 11th from Ball, his 9th assist, and holy Toffoli gets his 16th of the year. And then the Devils went into one of those defensive gaffes. Once again, right after that, they give up a 3-on-1. A 3-on-1. And who's back? Kevin Ball. Look at this. Kevin Ball getting back. And we've seen him kind of, maybe hesitate or think a little too fast and try to, leave himself out of position. This time, he stayed in position, okay? And he's able to go down at the last second with that big body and big reach that he has. He's able to, I don't remember who it was. It might have been Caulfield bringing the puck up. I really don't even know for the Canadiens. But it's a 3-on-1, and they're delaying to pass over because Ball's long reach of his stick, and then he goes down at the last second, and he gets the pass across with his skate to deflect it harmlessly into the corner. Really, really good play there by Kevin Ball, and showing the hockey sense, because if that pass went through, I think it was it Caulfield? Or it might have been Gallagher again over, I think it was Suzuki who was driving the net. And that would have been a surefire, just easy tap-in goal right there for the Canadiens, which would have been heartbreaking momentum-wise for the Devils because they answered the goal and then they would have gave it right back. This 3-on-1 was literally like 2 shifts later. So Kevin Ball coming through over there. Then the Devils, oh boy, they get a power play. Something we talked about at the opening. They need to get some power play production. And yes, this stat is not a lie. The Devils have been 4 for their last 61. So we have not been exaggerating. 4 for the last 61 on the power play. And what does Coach Lindy Ruff and Travis Green do? They send the exact same power play unit that has been awful back out there on the ice. And to no one's surprise, that first power play did not connect. Only 1 shot on goal to put them at 4 for their last 62. You can't even make those numbers up. Hey, Lindy, Coach Green, when you're 4 for 62, maybe stop sending the exact same power play unit out there over and over and over and over again. Just a thought, just a suggestion. I don't know. Again, I'm not a coach or a GM. I just wish I was, but I am definitely not. So you can have your own opinions on that, and we'll talk about them once we finish this wrap up. Nico Dawes had a nice couple saves right after that on Tanner Pearson, one with the glove on the rebound. And then the Canadiens get their second goal of the game at 13:07 of the second period to go up 2-1 on the Devils, even strength goal. Dawson Mercer can't get the puck up through the neutral zone, and he's another one that I think is dealing with some lingering injuries. I have this feeling that, like, at the end of this, because Dawson's never missed a game in his entire career, and I think he's battling through. He took a couple big hits like 2 weeks ago where it was like, oh boy, he might get knocked out of the game, but he's played every single one. But I have this sneaking suspicion that he's another one that is battling some injuries that they're just kind of keeping low, bro, And then at the end of the season, it's going to be like, oh, well, Dawson Mercer needs surgery on this thing. He's going to go get it tomorrow because this has been playing for quite some time and he was playing through an injury. I just have that feeling with him because he just doesn't look the same. I don't know. There's something seems off by Dawson Mercer. Either way, he can't get the puck through the neutral zone. The Habs bring it back into the Devil zone. Caulfield finds Suzuki open on the wing, and he lets a good shot fly from the dot over the glove of Nico Dawes near side, and this is the one that I think Nico Dawes would definitely want back. I mean, it was a little far out. It was a one-on-one. You had your defense back over there taking away the other side, so you just really had to play the shooter, and he just flat out got beat on that glove side again. And we saw it in the Ranger game where the glove was kind of going a little low. Got to get up a little bit higher, and it just seems like that was the same deal here with that Suzuki goal. And it was definitely one where I was just like, oh, come on. Because Nico Daws looked otherworldly for 4 games, and now these last 3, he's looked, like a goalie prospect. Maybe give him a rest. I don't know. 7 in a row, but again, I'm not a coach. But Suzuki gets his 21st right there. Caulfield gets the assist along with Kovacevic. 13:07, even strength goal to put the Habs up 2-1. And then right after that, oh man, they hit the crossbar, which almost put it, at a 3-1 deficit. But woo, thank you to the I am Iron Man. Nico Daws, a little hat tip there to the crossbar. So the Devils can then tie the game up. Another response about 4 minutes later. This one coming from Andre Palat. Hey, the 2 guys that we've been saying, where have you been all of this time? Timo Meier and Andre Palat, who both have battled injuries this year. But still, there's some hefty price tags on those names, salary-wise, with a lot of years on them. And you're looking at that price tags, and you're seeing only 20 combined goals. It's tough. But Palat had himself a good game. Timo definitely had his best game in weeks today. And this one, the Devils move into the zone. And I think it was Kevin Ball that might have got the pass across to Shimon Nemec. Like I said, Kevin Ball had a great game today. But he's not. He was originally credited for assist, but I'm looking on the NHL app now, and it looks like the assist was taken away. So maybe someone on the Canadiens got a stick on it. In the meantime, Helmet, great song. If you don't know it, go look it up. Soulfly does an amazing cover of it, by the way, as well. Sorry, just got distracted there. But Shimon Nemec lets a shot fly from the point. And it's nice. It's down low. And Jake Allen's able to kick it out with the leg pad, but he kicks it out right to Andre Palat, who is going in and crashing the net. Oh, that's right. And this is the one with Jack Hughes as well. He is crashing the net and able to put the rebound. And how did he get so open? Because when the Devils were entering the zone, Jack took off full speed ahead. And when Jack Hughes is driving the net, he's gonna gather some defenders around him. And this time it was 2, which left Palat wide open to kind of creep in behind as well. And when that puck got kicked out, 2 defenders tied up with Jack Hughes. Andre Palat wide open in the back of the net for his 9th of the year to tie it up 2-2 at 17:50 of the second period. Even strength goal. Palat his 9th, and Nemec gets his 14th assist. So we move into the third period, all tied up. Oh, this is a big game. Devils need these points. They got to get a win here, especially on the home ice as well, where they have struggled. Did we say that too at the beginning? Need to win at home. It's another one of those need tos in this game. Dawson Mercer, again, maybe something's a little off here with him. He had a breakaway after Cole Caulfield fanned on a shot. He was lining up for a big blast, big one-timer. Fans on the shot. Jack Hughes then pokes it forward. It deflects off the boards and basically in a perfect ricochet for Dawson Mercer to take on and move forward. And he goes to the backhand, but Jake Allen just gets his blocker on it, and then ka-ting, it goes off right where like the crossbar and the post kind of connect there in the corner. So the Devils unable to convert right there. And then after that, the Canadiens then transition back up the other way, and Nick Suzuki's got a break. But Kevin Ball, again, said he had a really, really good game, was able to use his legs and hustle and use that ability to stretch out with that long reach. And even though he doesn't get a stick on the puck, he disrupts Nick Suzuki enough to where he kind of fumbles the puck and loses possession, and it goes off to the side. Doesn't even get an opportunity on goal on that breakaway. Again, Kevin Ball, the hockey sense today was making all the sense for him, both offensively and defensively. Love to see it and want to see more of it. Then, oh boy, the Devils get a power play. Oh. Again, can we decline the penalty and just play 5-on-5? Penalty declined. Face off. First down. There we go. But the Devils obviously can't do that. So they go on the power play. Will they be 4 for 63? Spoiler alert. They actually score one. And who is it? It's the captain leading the way once again, much like he did in the Stadium Series, getting the job done. And I will say the Devils power play here in the Rangers game where they were making 1, 2, 3 too many passes, they were letting that puck fly, especially on this last power play. Jesper Bratt had a really good opportunity just before Nico Hischier does end up scoring to put the Devils up 3-2. And for the first time in ages, we can say it's a PPG power play goal for your New Jersey Hockey Devils. Nico Hischier gets his 19th of the year, coming from Tyler Holy Toffoli, his second assist, the 17th, and Luke Hughes, his 20th at 13:33. And Nico takes a feed from Toffoli at the blue line, and he's able to split the D. He protects the puck on his backhand, keeping the defenseman away from him, and then he's able to pull it back to his forehand and then slide it through the 5-hole of Jake Allen in a must-win game on a must-convert power play. After failing in the Rangers game, we'll say it again, on a major penalty, a double minor penalty, and 2 regular minors, and then failing to convert earlier in the game, third period, tied 2-2 against a struggling Canadiens team, you had to convert here, and it's the captain leading the way. So yes, it has happened. Great Caesar's ghost, a power play goal for the New Jersey Devils to go up 3-2. Then Anderson for the Canadiens comes back down on the next shift and hits the crossbar. Guys, you cannot forget to play defense. You have to continue to play defense. But then we go back to that stat from Bryce Salvador. When you have 2 defensemen who are just barely 20 years old, averaging 20 minutes a night, these are some of the situations that unfortunately you're going to run into. But the Devils are saved by the crossbar and then by the brutalizer, Jesper Bratt, back on the goal sheet with his 21st of the year. Exactly 3 minutes later at 16:33, even strength goal to put the Devils up 4-2. And this one, and I'm glad he's getting assists on it, because he didn't technically play the puck with his stick, but he did with his body. And that's Timo Meier, who we said had his best game in a number of weeks. There is someone, I always forget who's taking shots from the opposition, but someone is lining up for a big shot from the point there on the Canadiens defense. And it's Timo Meier going down. Oh, I think it was Matheson, actually. Matheson lined up for a big shot, right? And then Timo Meier goes down and blocks the shot. Blocks it, gets it with, I think, like his shin or his calf. Hopefully not the ankle. And the puck bounces over Matheson, and Jesper Bratt puts on the afterburners, Top Gun style. All right, and he is off to the races. And he's got defensemen back now for the Habs. 1 defenseman, 1 forward, all right? And Jesper is so sneaky fast. It looks like he's going to slow down and cut in and towards the middle, but instead he protects the puck and he puts on the afterburners a little bit more, and he goes around the defenseman. Almost think like like, oh, we just had the Daytona 500, like a NASCAR race, like someone trying to pass someone on the outside. That's basically what Jesper Bratt did to the Canadiens defenseman there. He passes them on the outside, all right, around, and now he cuts right in front of Jake Allen in the goal, and he waits and waits until Allen goes down on his stomach, and once he sees that, Jesper Bratt, who's now fading over towards the faceoff circle, lets a high shot fly, and boom! Back of the net for his 21st goal of the season. Timo Meier gets an assist, his 13th 2-point night for Timo time, 4-2 Devils. Even strength goal at 16:33. But Jesper Bratt giveth, and today Jesper Bratt mishandleth and sort of give away. Not too long after that, at 18:09, the Canadiens pull their goaltender, pull Jake Allen, and they're in a 6-on-5 situation. And Jesper Bratt, instead of just trying to chip the puck out of the zone, I know he saw that empty net goal down at the other end of the ice, and he tries to stick handle. He's up close near to the blue line. He was almost in the neutral zone ice area, and I get what he was trying to do, just get to the neutral zone and boop, fire it down for an empty net goal. But as he's trying to come out of the zone, Matheson is able to get a poke on that puck as Jesper Bratt's trying to stick handle out of the zone, which keeps it in. And now you got Devils momentum going this way, but the puck is now going back the other way. So that's never a good situation over there. And the Canadiens, took advantage of it as Matheson feeds Suzuki, whose shot is stopped by Nico Dawes, but it was just like a Klinko on Price is Right. Ba-bing, ba-bing, in between Nico Dawes' pads, and it somehow squirts out the old 5-hole and just like slow motion, like someone get there and knock the puck away. The Devils don't get there in time, again, because all their momentum was starting to turn this way. Puck goes back the other way. That's the importance there. And again, I'm not going to knock on Jesper Bratt too much because these aren't mistakes that happen quite often with him. And I know he was trying to just seal the deal there with that empty net goal. But if he just chipped it out instead, again, that's what I'm not going to harp on too much because Jesper has, I think he's been the most solid Devil this entire year. With a team that's been injured left and right, health-wise and production-wise, Jesper Bratt has been incredible. So, okay, 6-on-5. They get a goal. It's now 4-3 at 18:09, but the Devils hang on, even with a couple of scares there right at the end with Slafkovsky in front. Nico Dawes makes some big-time saves to seal the deal for the Devils. 4-3 victory in the must-win game and the first of a back-to-back, which will feature tomorrow the Tampa Bay Lightning, who won already today, 4-2. So they remain 5 points ahead of the Devils in that last wild card standing. So shots on goal for the Habs, 10-10-6 for a total of 26. The Devils, 5-8-11 for a total of 24. Devils dominate the faceoff circle. That's no surprise. 32 wins to the Habs 21. Habs 14-10. Habs had the advantage in hits. 18 block shots for the Canadiens. 10 for the Devils. And now we got the nieces back in action over here, seeing themselves on TV. Woo! What's up, girls?
Scotty.
Hanging with Uncle Shorts.
Scotty, it's a good day. The Devils won. My nieces are here. It's a beautiful day, Scotty. It really is. And yeah, your recap is right. It was good to see us win, especially after that game on Thursday. They had to come out. They had to play strong. Jake Allen is part of that rumor mill coming to the Devils, and he played well tonight. Jake Allen played well tonight. But Nico Dawes, man, it's aside from that. There were two goals that I didn't like about Nico Dawes. That 6-on-5 goal towards the end, it kind of squibbed through 5-hole, blah blah blah. And what was it? That the second goal, he was beat so
Suzuki.
clean. Yeah, the Suzuki goal was beat right clean to the glove side. Just he came in like that's. I've not stopped an NHL shot yet in my career. That's still TBD.
Yet.
That's yet. A big yet, capital yet. However, man, like to me, like just like that type of shot, Nico Doris should stop. But I've not been in that situation, so it's tough for me to say. But I'll take a Devils victory on a Saturday afternoon here in Newark with my nieces in attendance who want to do nothing more than just look at themselves on the screen here at American Whiskey, which, by the way, is still popping at whatever time. What is it? It's almost like 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Almost 5:30.
5:20. Yeah, and let me pull them back for a second. Yeah, this is the type of atmosphere we want here at American Whiskey and with the Devils. Like, just fun.
Yeah.
Just absolutely fun. So it was a good game to be at. It was a really good game to be at. Plus, I was able to talk to a friend of the podcast, Paul Marino, before and after the game as well.
Very nice. Very nice. And Joseph Lanham is wondering if the nieces are taller than you in real life over here, Short Sky. I don't know. Some people are taking a couple shots at you. This one? Oh, that one? Okay, yeah.
So Brielle is a little bit older, and she's pretty tall. Her mom is tall as well. Her parents are very lanky runner cross country stock. So I imagine she'll be of that same ilk as well. But they are not yet taller than me, so we'll find out.
And it looks like our good friend, oh my goodness, is watching from Italy.
Woo!
He's in the fashion capital of Milan.
Woo! Oh, wow.
He's going Derek Zoolander style.
So here's the question. If he's
school
in Milan,
for ants?
If he's in Milan, is he going to go see Inter or AC play, hopefully this weekend?
Uh-oh.
Is he blue or red? That's the question. If he's over there
All
in
right.
Milan.
Oh, my goodness. There he is. Okay, so we got to know which soccer you going to see there in the old Italian leagues.
At the San Siro.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, Scotty, this is a ton of fun being able to have my nieces here at the game. Just to bring them into the fold of being the next generation of Devils fans. And it's so much fun to be here. And for them to see a Devils victory today is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that's the most important thing, is creating a new generation of fan base for the New Jersey Devils. You know, there were many years, unfortunately, where the Rangers were occupying a lot of New Jersey fandom. But now with our team here and just generations and generations and the history of this team growing, we got to start them off right, you know, when they're young, and get them in the red and black and have them grow into that next, like we said, generation of fans. So it's so important, these afternoon games. And it's always important, too, when you have the kids there, to get a victory.
Yes.
Besides all the stuff about, you know, the home woes and all that, you got the kids in there. Get a victory. That's the biggest way to make new fans. Win some games.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, both these girls are wearing jerseys that Uncle Shorts Guy got them for Christmas. So that's even better.
Right.
Yes. Uncle Shorts Guy knows how to teach his girls how to be fans, and they have Devils jerseys because of it.
Can we get a view of these jerseys?
All right, I'll pick up Leah because she's easy to pick up. Look at that.
All right, look at that. Woo!
All right, I'll try to pick up Brielle here.
That's a fancy jersey. Yeah. All right.
Both in jerseys, Uncle Shorts Guy got her.
Those are some nice looking jerseys over there.
Absolutely.
Man, that is some good stuff. Love seeing all the kids.
Oh, absolutely. That's what today was about, was the kids, you know, being here in a day game. So, hey, it's a lot of fun being here. And it was good to have you here last week. You know, the Devils needed this win against the Canadiens today, because this is one of those games where the Canadiens are below the Devils, and they tend to play down to their opponents or up to their opponents. But for them to get this victory today, it's points they needed, because they lost points against the Rangers and the Capitals this week. So we really needed these 2 points today, because these games at hand they're slipping away. They're slipping away from us. And if we want to make the playoffs, we got to win these games today.
Yeah. And tomorrow's going to be huge. And the Devils, let's face it, they got to play better tomorrow against Tampa Bay than they played today against Montreal.
Oh yeah,
they can't have some of these defensive gaffes that they had, going on today, because Tampa Bay is just they're just they're a better team. They're a better team,
And they're
so
the Tampa Bay is right ahead of us in the wild card race. That's the key thing.
Yeah.
So tomorrow's game against Tampa is basically a Metro Division type of game, where tomorrow's points it's a 4-point game with Tampa being right there above us. We have to win tomorrow. Like today helps us. Tomorrow's more important. I would have loved to at least have 2 points out of the last 2 games of the Rangers and the Caps. That's neither here nor there because those games are beyond us. We have to win tomorrow. And I really hope we win tomorrow because my co-host in Hockey on Tap, Schwim, is going to be at the game and he's a Lightning fan. And
that's right.
I really, really want to see him leave this building tomorrow upset. I really do. I really do. And I love Schwim. I love Schwim so much, but I want to see Schwim be disappointed tomorrow.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a big game, and we're going to see what's going to happen goaltending-wise. Do the Devils give Poulter a shot? Do they recall Akira Schmid? Does Dawes go back out there for an 8th straight game?
It's possible. Yeah.
And I don't know what to think anymore. My predictions like I said, I thought Dawes should have been rested in the Capitals game, three games ago. So I'm not sure exactly where the coaching staff is going to go with it, on this. Oh, It's confirmed? Or someone just said, Sam Wu says Akira Schmid for tomorrow.
All right.
And Mark, we got a super chat. I didn't even see this.
Woo!
Mark. Woo!
By the way,
Mark Schwab from Switzerland.
Switzerland. By the way, did you see what number that Poulter is wearing?
I did not.
It's the most unorthodox goalie number ever. Like,
what is it?
65.
65. Okay, all right.
I don't know if I've ever seen a goalie wear number 65. That's just such an unorthodox goaltender number.
Trying to think if I could think of anybody with 65. Obviously, Yager 68, Mario 66.
65.
Obviously, I don't think we've ever had a 65 on the Devils.
No.
Lose nothing over 30. Rule for so long. Yeah,
it's weird.
It's 65.
I saw that 65. It's like, wow. I don't know any goalie that's had a 65. Like, that's just, to me, that's a weird number.
I wouldn't mind seeing one shorts guy with a number of 65 as an e-bug, I'll tell you that.
I would take 65. I would take any number the team wanted to give me. I would take any number the Devils wanted to give me as an e-bug. And we're going to make, you know what? We're going to make that happen. Shorts guy will be an e-bug for one game, and I cannot wait for that day.
I'd love for them to call you as an e-bug and be like, yeah, no, I only want to wear number 30.
No. You know what? I was telling my buddy Chris who's here at the game with me today. Every goalie when I was growing up wanted 30. I said, nope, I want 29. That's not 30's Brodeur's number. I want my own number. I want 29. If the Devils gave me a number 29 jersey with my last name on the back, not Guy, but my actual last name on the back, I'd be like, yes, absolutely. I'll take that, and I'll sit there. And if I have to go out and face one shot and have my name go into the record books as having one NHL save, I'll take it.
Oh, man, that'd be awesome. So, yeah, all right. So, apparently Akira Schmid is going to be the starter tomorrow. So, I guess Poulter's going to get sent back down. There'll be a little transaction happening later today. And I kind of wanted to see him in net one game just to see what he's got because he's had such a standout season down there at the AHL level. So who knows? You never know. Before this year is up, we might get an opportunity to see what Isaac Poulter brings between the pipes. But big win today for the Devils.
Absolutely. A big win. The win in game one of a back-to-back, which we all know the history of these back-to-backs. The second game isn't good.
Yeah.
But you know what? I would love to see Akira Schmid return to the form that he had in the playoffs, especially in the second half of a back-to-back, and just steal one away for the Devils against Tampa. Points that are so important to us tomorrow. We need these points tomorrow.
Okay. I mean, they are. I mean, it's without a doubt. I mean, it's another must win.
Yep.
If you
Every
lose
game's a
to
must win.
Tampa Bay, yeah, if you lose to Tampa Bay, especially, and they go up 7 points on that final playoff spot. I mean, that's
I know
that's a tough hill to overclimb.
It's tough. It's a tough hill to sled. It's a tough hill to sled.
Absolutely. But we got a victory today, so
Yes,
that's part one. That's part one of what the Devils needed to do this weekend. Now they got to come back. They got to face the better team tomorrow. Another afternoon game. So again, we'll have lots of kids in the buildings. Hopefully, the Devils will be creating a new generation of fans, and also they're one of the leads for Hockey Day in America tomorrow on TNT. So yeah, if you're outside of the the New Jersey area like me here in LA, I will only be able to watch the game on TNT. So it's a good opportunity for them to follow up on that national spotlight where they did a great job in the Stadium Series. Now it's time to follow it up again on the Hockey Day in America lineup this Sunday. What time do they start? Is it 12:30 start time? Or?
No, tomorrow's at 1 p.m. Eastern.
1 o'clock. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So that's 10 a.m. for
10
me
a.m.
out
by
here.
you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to be up by 10 a.m.? Are you going to be up by 10 a.m.?
I love the early starts. Dude, I love the football and the early starts like baseball and stuff like that on the weekends. At 10 a.m., you just get up, make your coffee, a little breakfast. You hang out, watch the game, and then once it's over, you got your whole day ahead of you. So it's fun.
For you, watching these games at 1 is like me watching European soccer in the morning on a Saturday. Like, 10 o'clock start? Yeah. Oh, it's noon. I've got my whole day ahead of me, and I've only had coffee and only 1 beer so far. So, which, Scotty,
that's the old.
Scotty, by the way, even though my nieces are like all over the place here, I have to show you this. I'm having an and Crew brew.
Woo! Woo! That delicious beer that you can find at American Whiskey and a bunch of shops, liquor stores there in the New Jersey area. And that's one of the reasons I'm most excited to get back to New Jersey next time, probably over the summer, is so I can have some more and Crew brew.
Crew brew. Yep.
Because it's damn delicious.
It is damn delicious. I would agree with you there.
And Mark wants to correct you. He says it's not soccer, it's football. So.
All right. Well, of course Mark is going to tell me that because he's European. So.
Oh man! All right, and the Red Wings won today too. Thank you, JP. They were.
That's
6-1.
That's a thorn in our side. Is these games that we're blowing and we're not doing well in. Detroit is winning. That's the hell of it all. Like we've got to look at these other divisional teams like Detroit that are doing well, whereas we're faltering. That's gonna come back to bite us, and it really is.
Woo! Ronaldo, thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, Ronaldo. Woo!
Much appreciated. The Egg Crew store called. They're running out of you. Oh my goodness.
I love it. I love it.
Very nice. Oh man. Well, we want to thank everybody for tuning in on this Saturday afternoon for Devils After Dark, afternoon style. Shorts guys, nieces for giving us all the fun here on a big afternoon victory. Yeah.
And by the way, a shout out to Justin and Jake from the UK still being here and enjoying their time with us here at American Whiskey. So a big shout out to Justin and Jake as well for being huge fans of the podcast and huge fans of the New Jersey Devils from across the pond.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you to everybody. As we always say, you guys are the ones that really make this podcast special. Your comments, your likes, your downloads, your feedback, being here live with us every single game before and after, whether it's Game Day Live with Short Sky and Vinny Parisi, or if it's Devils After Dark with me and usually Sam Wu, but today it's Short Sky. So, we're all here. We're one big Devils family. And like we always say, join our crew. You can see the QR code up there. Scan it on the old phone or Go to joinourcrew.com if you haven't yet already. We'll be back tomorrow to do it all over again. Game day live, Devils taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Huge game with playoff implications. And, of course, Devils After Dark to follow. Thank you very much, everybody. Turn over to Shorts Guy for the final goodbyes.
Hey, as always, the Devils win. And like the immortal words of Sam Lou, let's go Devils.
Woo!